Hello, my dear friends. Dr. Harold Benson is back with you. And today I want to share a story that may change the way you think about health after 60. I always tell my patients, age is not a death sentence. Age is just a number. The real indicator is how much you care about your body and your inner health. And you know, every time I observe people over 60, I see the same picture. Most are afraid of cardiovascular diseases, many worry about memory, but rarely does anyone think about the organ that silently works day and night, protecting us from toxins, drugs, unhealthy food, and everything that wears out our body. I'm talking about the liver. Yes, the liver is our main filter. It cleanses the blood, removes toxins, processes medications, helps digest fats, and plays a key role in the functioning of the entire body. And the older we get, the greater the load on this organ, especially if our life includes alcohol, fatty foods, sweets, or long-term medication. I have seen hundreds of patients who came to me complaining of fatigue, drowsiness, weakness, and often it was an overloaded liver that was hidden behind it. But there is good news. Nature has given us a remedy that helps the liver recover, work more efficiently, and even slow down the aging of the body. And this remedy is not a drug from a pharmacy, but an ordinary fruit. Today I will tell you about a fruit that many consider just a refreshing breakfast or salad ingredient. But in fact, this fruit contains substances that scientists call liver and heart protection, and even life-extending. You will be surprised, but this fruit is familiar to you from childhood. It is bright, aromatic, with sourness and slight bitterness, and at the same time has almost magical power. We are talking about grapefruit. Yes, it is grapefruit that hides health secrets that many people don't even suspect. And today, I will tell you in detail, why is it the liver that needs protection after 60 years? What substances in grapefruit help it to recover? How does this fruit affect life expectancy? And most importantly, how to properly include it in your diet so that it really helps and does not harm. Watch this video to the end, I promise. After today's conversation, you will look at grapefruit with completely different eyes. Many of you know that with age, the heart and blood vessels become weaker. Bones become more fragile, muscles lose strength. But the liver is a special organ. It does not hurt, does not give obvious symptoms until the situation becomes very serious. That is why people often forget about it. After 60, the liver works with double the load. The body is not so young, the metabolism is slowed down, and every blood pressure pill, every piece of fatty food is an additional burden on the liver. It processes medications, neutralizes toxins, regulates blood sugar levels. Imagine, it works without days off, without vacations, without complaints. And you know what's most amazing? The liver has an amazing ability to regenerate. Even if some of the cells are damaged, it can recover. But it needs help to do this. And that's where grapefruit comes into play. Why grapefruit? Grapefruit is not just a fruit. It is a storehouse of substances that work as natural medicines. It contains naringin and naringinin are unique flavonoids that reduce inflammation and help the liver fight damage. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from aging. Potassium regulates blood pressure and relieves stress on the heart and blood vessels. Folic acid is essential for metabolism and hematopoiesis. Scientists have noticed that regular consumption of grapefruit helps to reduce the level of bad cholesterol, protects blood vessels, and most importantly, activates the work of enzymes in the liver that remove toxins. I will tell you a case. A patient came to me. Mrs. Anna, she was 68 years old. She complained of constant fatigue, heaviness after eating, and poor sleep. The tests showed that her liver was overloaded, fatty infiltration, initial signs of fatty hepatosis. We made changes to her diet, more vegetables, less sweets and fats, and added grapefruit to her diet. I recommended that she eat half of the fruit in the morning, on an empty stomach or with breakfast, and the other half in the evening. 3 months later, Anna came to me as a different woman. She had lost 5 kilograms, her liver tests had improved, her cholesterol levels had dropped. But most importantly, she felt energetic and cheerful. She smiled and said, "Doctor, I feel alive again." Of course, it wasn't just the grapefruit that helped, but it was the grapefruit that gave the liver the impetus to recovery. You know what's most interesting? In countries where people regularly eat citrus fruits, longevity rates are higher. Why? Because flavonoids and antioxidants reduce the risk of inflammation, cardiovascular disease, and help the body fight the aging process. Grapefruit is unique in this regard. It simultaneously supports the liver, heart, and immune system. But I always tell my patients, every product has 2 sides. Grapefruit can be amazingly beneficial, but it interacts with some medications. For example, it may increase the effects of blood pressure medications, blood thinners, and some statins. So if you take medications, be sure to consult your doctor before adding grapefruit to your diet. What is the correct way to eat grapefruit? The best time is in the morning. Half a fruit, on an empty stomach or with breakfast. You can add slices to salads. Freshly squeezed juice is excellent, but without sugar. The main thing is regularity. 1 fruit a week will not give any effect, but half a day is already real support for the liver. My dear friends, we have come a long way today. We talked about the liver, that organ that works unnoticed day and night, not demanding gratitude from us, but answering for every mistake, every extra pill, every piece of fatty meat or glass of wine. We often don't think about it until it starts giving alarm signals. But believe me, if there is an organ that deserves our care after 60 years, it is the liver. And here comes a seemingly simple fruit to the rescue. Grapefruit. Many perceive it only as a citrus, with a slight bitterness. Someone adds it to the morning salad. Someone remembers it only in winter. But if you look deeper, grapefruit is a real gift of nature. It is an ally that can support our body at the moment when it especially needs help. When I tell my patients about grapefruit, they smile at first. "Doctor, is it really that simple?" they ask. And you know, yes, it is. Sometimes the solutions really are simple. We are used to looking for complex treatment plans, new pills, the latest drugs. But sometimes there is a fruit nearby that can give the liver a break, fill the body with vitamins, cleanse the blood vessels, and give energy. Grapefruit is an example of how nature takes care of us. All we have to do is accept this gift. I remembered one story. Several years ago, a patient came to me, Mr. Robert. He was 72 years old. He suffered from excess weight, blood pressure, and complained of constant drowsiness. The doctor prescribed him a whole set of pills, and every morning he started with a handful of medicine. I suggested that he try changing his diet, including adding grapefruit to his diet, half in the morning and half in the evening. A couple of months later, Robert came back to me as a different person. He had lost weight, his face was fresher, his eyes were clearer. But most importantly, he said, "Doctor, I feel the desire to live again. I have the strength to walk, read, meet with friends. Isn't it a miracle?" And it all started with a simple fruit, a small habit that gave the liver a chance to recover. My dears, I want you to understand, health does not depend only on doctors. It depends on you. Your decisions, your habits shape your future. Grapefruit is not a magic pill. It will not replace medicine. It will not cure serious diseases overnight. But it can become a faithful ally, a small step that leads to big changes. And it is from such steps that longevity is built. Today, you choose half a grapefruit for breakfast. Tomorrow, you take a short walk. The day after tomorrow, you remove excess sugar from your diet. A week, a month, a year. And here you are already a different person. Energetic, cheerful, with a clear memory and a strong heart. I know many of you are thinking, I'm over 60. It's too late to change anything. Believe me, it's not true. It's never too late to help your body. I've seen people who started a new lifestyle at 65 and lived another 20 years in joy and activity. I've seen women who started traveling, dancing, and discovering new hobbies after 70. And almost always in their stories I found one common feature. They learned to listen to their body, help it, and use the power of nature. I often think about how, when we're young, we don't think about our health. But after 60, we're given a special gift, the opportunity to stop, rethink, listen. And maybe that's why it's so important to discover simple but effective habits at this age. Grapefruit is a symbol of this wisdom. It reminds us that life can be bright, juicy, fresh at any age. So, my dears, give yourself a little gift. Buy a grapefruit. Cut it in half. Look at those bright slices, at the sunny color. Feel the aroma. And let it become part of your morning, part of your self-care from now on. I'm sure your body will thank you. Your liver will work easier. Your heart will be stronger. Your energy will return. Now I want to ask you, do you eat grapefruit regularly? Have you felt its benefits on yourself? Are you ready to include it in your diet for health and longevity? Share your experience in the comments. Your words may inspire others to take the first step. Thank you for watching this video to the end. You are the most valuable viewers because you are seeking knowledge and are ready to take action. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, and share it with your loved ones. After all, sometimes a simple piece of advice can change someone's life, and one small habit can give years of joy and health. Take care of yourselves, my dears. Take care of your liver, your heart, and your inner light. And remember, every new day is a chance to become better than yesterday. See you soon.